don't know. I don't even know what to expect.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my pregnancy series, and I'm Adunni of ADUNNI'S. If you haven't seen the first episode, please, it will be linked in the description box. And as you can see, we cried, so you might probably need a tissue, a cup of water, and let's get straight into the video. So I need to bring you guys down so that you can see what my tummy is like. I am actually carrying very high. Like, my child has decided that this is a good place to settle in, but we're doing fine. We're doing so fine, thank God. So now that you guys are seeing bump dates, today actually I am exactly 34 weeks today. So countdown is officially started, right? So let's just get straight into the first trimester gist. So after I find out, right, the next thing we did was to go register for antenatal, and because I found out early, I found out at about 7-8 weeks. So by the time we were gone to register for antenatal, we were 8 weeks according to the scan. So I am wearing this oversized striped shirt. I'm wearing a blue jean. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm wearing a blue jean. I'm carrying this brown bag, and I'll be wearing a brown slippers. So that is what I am wearing, and you guys can barely see anything actually. So sorry.
Can you make it to Papa?
This is not even tiny, baby. This is 0 to 3 months.
Antenatal, my husband and I, and my sister was actually here during that period, so she also went with us. So I just had for antenatal in November, I think the first week of November. I would put like clips and everything you guys will be seeing as I am narrating to you guys. And that day I was so nervous or anxious, I don't even know which is the right word. I was sweating in the car on our way going, but one thing I knew I really wanted to do was to keep memories of everything. So you guys will probably see like people that follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? So is this microphone connected? Okay, yes it is. So I ordered for a pregnancy journal book, this one, although at that time I didn't have an idea of what baby's gender was, but this was what I just messaged Adam's pages. That is actually like where I buy my books from. I just messaged them and asked them if they have a pregnancy journal, and they said yes, and I'm like, oh, can I see? And they sent this to me. I was a bit skeptical, like purple and pink. I was like, it's not the color, or like, although yes, the cover matters, but I was just like, okay. Then I started journaling. So it's a very beautiful book. This is what it looks like on the inside. Then it has like each trimester's introduction. So this is what first trimester like. It just like of summarize to you what to expect. Then I wrote my last period date, my baby's due date according to scan, how I told my partner, what we did to celebrate. So I said my last period was September 18th, 2024, and my baby's due date, I wrote it there. You can calculate it yourself. How I told my partner, I have been having the feeling, and I told him after work when he got back. I have like a full story time of that if you haven't seen it. We were both, so then the next question was, how did, what we did to celebrate. So I just thought we were both so happy, went for a scan, and I literally became an egg. Like, that is actually what I wrote here. I actually literally became an egg. God will bless my husband. God will bless him. Like, if not for anything, for everything he did while I was pregnant, God has to bless that man. I literally became an egg, and not even just for him, to my sisters, my mom, my brother, my auntie, because, and again, I kept like my pregnancy circle very small, very close, very tight knitted, and that was because I was still seeing my menstruation in the first 2 months, so I was very conscious of who to tell and who not to tell. Our first scan was so emotional. It was just like us seeing the presence of the gestational sac at 8 weeks, and it was just like our life is actually about to change. Our life is actually about to change. But what was the first symptom I felt? I was always so tired. I could barely do anything, like anything at all. I was always so tired. I could be eating and I was tired and I would sleep there. I could be on the call and I would be tired and I would just sleep off. I could be talking with my husband and I would be tired and I would just sleep off. Like, several times that we'll be in the living room, maybe watching a movie or something, and I have slept off. Just, I was always tired from doing nothing. So when they say that pregnant women get tired from doing nothing, we actually do. We actually do get tired from doing nothing. So I experienced a lot of fatigue in my first trimester, a lot. Another thing that I experienced that was really weird to me was nose bleeding. It actually started like a night I was having cold and catarrh has become the major symptom since the beginning of my pregnancy up until now. Like, I still have cold and cough and catarrh up like at every trimester, and it gets worse. So I just woke up in the middle of the night. I was actually coughing. So my husband kept like patting my back. I was just like, sorry, but we both didn't stand up. One of the times I started noticing that like my upper lip was wet. Next to my bed, I always have wipes, so I just took it and I wiped it and I saw blood. I literally just stopped and I'm like, I'm bleeding. Of course, the way I said I'm bleeding, I didn't say where I was bleeding from. So the way he responded was like, hope it's not vaginal bleeding. And I was like, I'm bleeding from my nose. And we were both like, which one is this one again? And I think that was around 9-10 weeks. And in the afternoon, at night, in the morning, I would always like experience that nosebleed. And also because that was November, December, my nose was always dry because it was still Harmattan in Abuja. Like, the weather was very, oh god. To everybody that carry pregnancy this in Nigeria, this period, the heat was crazy. Yeah. So nosebleed was one thing I really experienced in my first trimester. Like, it was bad. We had to complain and they were like, it's okay. I mean, you will be experiencing something and you'll be so scared and you just get, and the doctor will be like, it's okay as long as you're still able to eat, as long as you're still able to do this and do that. And in my head, I'm like, anyways, the next thing was, okay, let's talk about medication. So I started using Pregnant Care Original. I actually have only one pack left, and that is just to show you guys how close to the end of the road we are. I will leave a picture of what it looks like here. So my sister came home sometime in December. So when she came home, she was able to help me order the full stretch of the pregnant care I needed. And I'm so grateful because I realized that there are actually like pregnant women that were reacting to pregnant care. Imagine I had actually bought for all of my months and I reacted to it. So I think I actually brought everything out of the pack and threw it out. But this one, right? This one, I'll have a picture here. This one, then I was now, so when I did my test, my first test, my blood level was really low. So I had to be on iron tablets. And those are the two things I have been taking since I found out. So another thing was that I became very, very sweaty. Before I got pregnant, I rarely sweat. It was as though that pregnancy unblocked my sweat pore like this. Like I was sweating so much, and I still sweat so much. Like when I'm in the house, I barely wear clothes. You guys can see. Like I barely wear clothes when I'm in the house. It's just something just to cover up. I barely wear clothes. Another thing would be that I ate a lot. Sometimes I could have like 4 proper meals in a day. And because I was always tired, my husband would make sure that he had prepared at least food that I can eat. So that I sleep, I wake up, I eat. I sleep, I wake up, I eat. Also because I wasn't working outside my home, it was also more, it was easier for me, honestly. I was eating a lot. And honestly, I feel like the amount of food I ate in my first trimester and second trimester is the result of almost 30 kg that I have gained. I have gained, as of now, I have gained 24 kg. In my first trimester, I gained 6 kg in total, right? You guys will see the progression, then, and how much I gained in second, how much I gained in third, because I have these videos coming in sections. So I ate a lot of fruits. I ate so much fruit, and I feel like that was one of the things that helped me. I ate a lot of fruits. I grew so much in my first trimester, and suddenly now I am here. I didn't get dark at all in my first trimester. I didn't experience nausea. I didn't experience vomiting. But one thing that I did experience was a heightened sense of smell. I could perceive something, and I'll tell you, like, I'll give you the perfect description of what it was. Like, my sense of smell was so strong, I could smell things from miles away. It was that bad. But thankfully, I was still able to like use my skincare. I was still able to use my body cream. I was still able to use my roll-on. I was still able to use my this. If a pregnant woman and you can stand smell, this is so good. It smells so good. But if you can't stand smell, I mean, it's not all of us that can actually stand smell. So if you can't stand it, it's totally okay. So I was still able to do my skincare in first trimester. I will still use my face wash. I will still use my serums. In fact, I filmed a skincare routine video during that time for my channel. I'll still use my toner. I'll still use my moisturizer. Not that I'm not doing all of that, but I'm not doing it as I was doing it in my first trimester, if you guys understand. So, but it was as though like the sense of smell started washing out as my first trimester was ending. So in first trimester, I was having like monthly hospital visits, and I had one very terrible cold. And one thing that really helped me was, oh, I have packed it. It was a lot of food, but I'll place the picture here. There's this nice seal baby rub that my brother-in-law brought for me when I was having that cold, which really helped. Like, I just had to put it here, and it really helped. I had lots of headache in my first trimester. My head was always banging, and so my doctor said I could be using paracetamol, but I was always having a headache. I was always having a headache. It was always bad. Like, shit, how did I forget that? I said I had lots of headache this week. I took 5 milligram PMC whenever it's unbearable. I was given antenatal from that last antenatal. I was given anti-malaria from that last ANC, but I really don't want to use it. We have finally placed the order for the first set of baby items. I wrote the price of what we ordered in brackets, and I am looking forward to all the cute little items. My brother-in-law brought me a whole sack of fruits, oranges, pineapple, watermelon. So that is what I have here. So like those are just like the little things from week 11. I was like, today was our first ANC. I went with Daddy and Ayo. Like I mentioned earlier, I went with my husband and my sister, but he had to leave for work and he kept calling. Today we are 11 weeks, 3 days. I'm so excited to hear your heartbeats. So this day was not the day we went to register for antenatal. It was the next appointment, which I considered our first proper antenatal. Everyone was so happy. I made clips for everyone. I feel relaxed, responsible, elated to know you are doing well. I have gained 6 kg already. So today is officially like my first antenatal, and I'm just going. It's almost 10 a.m. I honestly don't know the time we are going to start, but I'm on my way now, and I am just dressed in this 2-piece. My sister is accompanying me, even though she won't show her face. So my husband is going to drop us and probably come and pick us when we are done. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect, given the fact that I have attended like other antenatals, but I have not attended antenatal as a pregnant woman. I have only attended antenatal as a nurse, so I really don't know what to expect. But fingers crossed, we'll have fun. I already have breakfast and let's go. Pointed nose, like my own. Okay. You guys can already tell from my face that I am tired. I just go back home. It's a few minutes past 2. I stopped by at my husband's office just to like update him, and I'm so excited. So today is the first time I was seeing baby. Baby is doing well, doing fine. There's like this child looks like a child that will be very active because he made movements, and like this is the first time I'll be seeing him. The last time I did a scan was at 7 weeks, and today we are a few days over 11 weeks. So I'm so excited. I was so excited to see baby. Of course, we don't know the gender yet, and we intend not to find out for now. So that's it. I am hungry and I need to sleep. So I'll see you guys later. Honestly, at some point when I started, like when the weight started becoming visible, because I didn't start showing until I think December. When the weight started becoming visible, I mean, this was what I used to look like. I had very flat tummy, very small body, and look at me now. Look at me now. So I actually felt some type of way. I am not even going to lie about that. I was really worried about the amount of weight I was gaining then, but I feel like now I am in a better place. But then I was always complaining. I was feeling like I was gaining too much weight. But I read a lot of books, which I will talk about in my next video, like in the second trimester video. I read a lot of books, and given the fact that I studied nursing, I feel like I should be more exposed, or I should expect more. But then again, there are some things that you need to experience it practically and not just what you're taught in class. So I don't want to say that I felt body dysmorphia, but I was always worried that I was going to look too fat and my tummy was going to look big. I was going to be big. I might not be able to go back to what my body used to be like. Like those were some concerns I had And I remember mentioning it to my doctor, saying that I remember that I said, I don't know, like people, I feel like I'm gaining too much weight. And was like, you actually need the weights. And I'm like, because I mean, how was I going to carry a old child, a old human being with 44 kg? I was literally underweight. I was actually underweight before I got pregnant. So I also spoke to like my dad about it, and he was like, you need the weight, you need the fat, your body needs it. So I knew that my body was going on. I don't want to cry. I knew that my body was going on a sacrificial journey, and because it was always something I have always looked forward to, I've always wanted to have my own child. I had to read more about it. So also because pregnancy is something I've always wanted my own child. I love children so much, so much. So I knew that my body was going on this journey because I wanted it, not because I am being forced. So I had to start reading up about how to gain healthy weight and not just be accumulating weight. So after my first trimester, I started looking into the type of foods I was eating, and I was eating a lot of seasonal food. And I'm so happy because seasonal fruits, I mean, I'm so happy because a lot of fruits were in season during this period. There was agbalumo, there's currently mango, which is my favorite, there's sweet oranges, there's carrots, there's orange, purple cabbage, which I ate a lot of. I was always eating eggs from day one. I've always liked eggs, so I wasn't really surprised about that. I couldn't stand the smell of chicken and turkey. I remember when we had to, my brother sent turkey to us from his farm. I couldn't eat it. I preferred fish, which is very unlike me again. But honestly, it's been a very beautiful journey. First trimester was very beautiful for me, and I just thank God for the gift of people. I just thank God for the gift of people, my siblings, my mom, my brother, my husband, my auntie. I actually feel like I'm going to miss my pregnancy journey. I mean, I felt really loved. I experienced a lot of love during my first trimester, even up until now. I got sent food, I got sent fruits, I was sent a lot of things, and I feel like we should wrap it up here and talk again in my next clip. If you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if I made you cry, if you actually cried, and it was just it's just beautiful sharing with you guys. And I would say thank you if you watch up until this point. Do not make jest of me because I can't even believe I'm saying I think I'm going to miss my pregnancy journey. Like first trimester, I was also still active. I made this week during my first trimester. I was still going to the salon. I was still making my hair. My clothes were still fitting properly. And that's just it, guys. I'll see you guys in my second trimester because I am not going to lie. But one thing you should expect is that I made one video that you guys will see in the second trimester. I feel like those people that tell you the second trimester is going to be so stuffed, you're going to have a lot of energy. If I catch those people, the second trimester tested me. But guys, thank you so much for watching up until this point. I hope you do enjoy this vlog. I just wanted to make it really I just wanted to make it really relaxing. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're a pregnant mama, I wish you a beautiful and safe journey. You want to make sure that you enjoy your journey, keep memories. If you want to keep your circle small, you're free to do that. If you want to tell the whole world and you want to share every milestone on the internet, please do that. Do you. I mean, we don't know, like, I don't know if I would experience another pregnancy, but you see this one, I enjoyed every bit of it. I am enjoying every bit of it, and if I do get the chance to experience another pregnancy by the grace of God, I will also make sure to make memories and enjoy every bit of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this made sense. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.